all of these people were kind of couch potatoes, sedentary. They did not exercise a lot. Guess what? Urolithin A takers, their walking endurance improved by 60 meters. The researchers actually gave Mitopure to older people who took the Urolithin A supplement every day for 4 months or placebo. And these are people who were just average physical shape and endurance. The researchers measured their mitochondrial function at the beginning, not so. And after 4 months, guess what they found? The people who took the Urolithin A supplement, the Mitopure, had better endurance. They had more energy generated by their muscles. Their mitochondrial function was better in blood tests. And then they actually biopsied their muscle. That's a pretty serious clinical trial.
Meet William W. Lee, a Harvard-trained physician, medical researcher, and best-selling author who studies how the body protects and heals itself. He is also the president of the Angiogenesis Foundation. In his books Eat to Beat Disease and Eat to Beat Your Diet, he explains that the right foods can help protect cells, support mitochondria, the body's energy producers, and improve overall health. His main message is simple. The foods we eat every day can help our bodies stay stronger, healthier, and more energetic. Why your mitochondria are dying.
Aging does not mean that you have to decline. I'm going to start by talking about something called mitochondria. You may have heard about mitochondria already, and if you haven't, I want to tell you these are little engines that are inside your cells, and they're powerhouses. All right, they're like batteries inside your cell. They generate all the energy that your cell needs, that your body relies on in order to be able to move and to run all the processes in your body. All right, and when the mitochondria are fresh, just like a fresh battery, they can hold and deliver a lot of energy. But as you get older, just like an older battery, all right, those batteries can wear down. They can lose a lot of their power, right? Like old batteries in a flashlight, right? The light isn't so bright anymore, and your energy can start to fade in your body as your mitochondria get older. And when old mitochondria that are not working that well start to pile up, well, guess what? Your body has a hard time actually generating the energy. This decline in mitochondrial health, we're starting to realize is one of the underlying causes of fatigue and muscle weakness. And actually, it may wind up being underlying a growing number of age-related diseases.
To understand why this supplement is getting so much attention, we first need to understand the real problem: mitochondrial dysfunction. Think of mitochondria as the tiny batteries inside your cells. When those batteries are new and healthy, everything runs smoothly. Your body produces plenty of energy, your muscles feel strong, and your brain stays sharp. But as the years go by, those cellular batteries begin to wear out. Just like an old phone battery that no longer holds a charge, aging mitochondria become weaker and less efficient. Your cells can't produce energy the way they used to. When this happens, you may start to notice symptoms such as muscle weakness and loss of strength, brain fog and difficulty concentrating, low energy and reduced stamina, visible signs of aging, including wrinkles and sagging skin. For a long time, scientists believed this decline was simply a normal part of getting older, something we had to accept. But research over the past few decades has revealed something fascinating. Your body actually has a built-in repair system designed to deal with damaged mitochondria. This process is called mitophagy. Mitophagy acts like a cellular cleanup crew, identifying worn-out mitochondria, breaking them down, and clearing them away so your cells can replace them with new, healthier ones. And when this process works properly, it can help restore cellular energy, support healthier aging, and keep your body functioning more efficiently.
Your body can make a natural substance, it's called Urolithin A, that can help charge your batteries up. It can help your mitochondria perform better. And the way it does it is by cleaning up all the old, broken down, worn out, not so good mitochondria, right? So it's like taking all those old batteries out of your flashlight and tossing them out and adding new ones back in.
Human studies.
But it turns out human studies have looked at this, and researchers at the Mazentis and Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Switzerland, they did a clinical trial. In fact, they did a randomized placebo-controlled clinical trial by looking at 66 healthy adults, sedentary. So people are not moving around a lot. These are not athletes, okay? Couch potato, let's call it. And they were between the ages of 40 and 64, right in that middle age range. And they asked, what is the effect if you gave these couch potatoes between the ages of 40 and 64 some urolithin A? Their body makes it by itself. But what if we gave them the urolithin A to charge them up? So what they did is they gave half of the subjects urolithin A as an oral supplement, and they gave the other half of people a placebo. They did it every day for 4 months, all right? And the results, striking. In the group that got the urolithin A, okay, and remember, I told you the body makes it by itself, but in this case, they gave supplements to actually boost the urolithin A. Guess what? People taking urolithin A, their muscle strength increased by 12%, while as placebo group, no change in muscle strength at all. So they got 12% extra muscle strength just by taking the urolithin A supplement. The other thing they did is they actually found that people who were taking the urolithin A had better walking endurance, right? So think about it. You're going out for a walk on a long sidewalk, okay, or a hike. Or eventually you're going to get tired. Well, walking endurance is how far you can go. And it turns out that people who took the urolithin A, now remember, all of these people were kind of couch potatoes, sedentary. They did not exercise a lot. Guess what? Urolithin A takers, their walking endurance improved by 60 meters. Now you might say, what does that mean? I can't picture 60 meters. Well, imagine a 20-story building, 20 stories high, tipped on its side, and walking the length of that building. That's how much more endurance the people with urolithin A supplement actually had. And that makes total sense. If you take urolithin A, it helps to clear out all the old junky batteries so that new batteries can be put in to the body. Guess what? You're going to have fresh batteries.
The star supplement, Urolithin A, Mitopure.
So the other thing is, I told you not everyone's gut bacteria work the same way. Some people are not good metabolizers of elagitanins, and that's where you can actually get benefit from taking a urolithin A supplement. There's one called Mitopure. If you want more energy, it might be a good idea to take that anyhow. And it's been studied in human studies and shown to boost the mitochondrial function like the way that I told you about earlier, all right? But this is actually what you want from a supplement. You want to know that it actually works, and clinical trials were actually done. So one of the trials, researchers actually gave Mitopure to older people who took the urolithin A supplement every day for 4 months, or placebo. And these are people who are just average physical shape and endurance. The researchers measured their mitochondrial function at the beginning. Not so good. So they were like suboptimal mitochondrial function. These people were not feeling particularly energetic. They were a little fatigued before they started to study. Then they gave them the urolithin A Mitopure, and after 4 months, guess what they found? The people who took the urolithin A supplement, the Mitopure, had better endurance. They had more energy generated by their muscles. Their mitochondrial function was better in blood tests, and then they actually biopsied their muscle. That's a pretty serious clinical trial, all right? And when they biopsied their muscle, guess what they found? They found that the gene expression, in other words, at the cellular level, that the people who took the urolithin A, they had more mitochondrial genes that were activated as well. That's pretty definitive, all right? And by the way, the urolithin A stimulated mitochondria worked even better if you combine the supplement with exercise. Exercise stimulates your mitochondria as well, all right? So, clinical trials, works well. It's pretty amazing, I think, for activating your mitochondria.
The compound that has scientists, including researchers like William Lee, particularly excited is called urolithin A. But here's something interesting. You usually don't get urolithin A directly from food. Instead, it's what scientists call a postbiotic. That means it's created inside your body when certain gut bacteria break down natural compounds found in foods such as pomegranates, walnuts, and berries. In other words, these foods provide the raw materials, and your gut microbes convert them into urolithin A. However, there's a catch. Research suggests that more than 60% of people don't have enough of the specific gut bacteria needed to produce urolithin A efficiently. So even if someone eats pomegranates or berries regularly, their body may produce very little of this compound. That's one reason scientists became interested in a supplement form known as Mitopure. By delivering urolithin A directly, it bypasses the need for those specific gut bacteria and ensures the body receives the compound in a form that has been clinically studied for supporting mitochondrial health.
People who took Urolithin A supplement, okay, which clears away all the junk and leaves room for new mitochondria, their oxygen efficiency, their VO2 max, rose by 7% as well. When they looked at mitochondrial health, how healthy were the mitochondria? Urolithin A takers actually had 22% increase in the health of the mitochondria. Makes sense, right? Out with the old, in with the new, 22% healthier. And then the researchers measured something called acylcarnitine. All right. Now, acylcarnitine is a marker of how the body burns fat for energy. All right. And guess what? The acylcarnitine levels dropped by 14%. All right. So urolithin A takers had more efficient ways of using their fat. They didn't actually need to actually burn fat by, pedal to the metal. They could actually take it easy and still have efficient fat metabolism. And that's because they had better mitochondrial function. And then finally, the researchers looked at a blood marker called C-reactive protein. All right, CRP. You might have heard about CRP. It's something that your functional doctor should be measuring. It's a measure. It reflects how much inflammation is in your body. Urolithin A takers, guess what? Their CRP levels dropped by 16%. All right, that means that urolithin A is also anti-inflammatory as well. That's really interesting, right? Well, and the reason I'm telling you is because I was skeptical about urolithin A supplements and mitochondria for a long time. But I'm a scientist, and really a good scientist always starts with having an open mind. So you might be skeptical about something, but let's look at the data. And I just showed you the data. Urolithin A actually improves human parameters that you can measure that reflect better mitochondria and less inflammation.
Just a quick friendly note. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It's based on scientific research and expert insights, but it's not medical advice. Everyone's body is different, so always talk with your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to your diet, supplements, or health routine.